This week on Bad Brackets, I scream, you scream, we all scream. Welcome into another edition of Bad Brackets. I'm your host, Randy Isbell, and since the beginning of summer is right around the corner, we decided to celebrate by looking at our favorite ice cream flavors, because there's not enough of those in the world. We'll see how everything goes. On today's episode, the return of Haylee. Last week's winner and four-time champion Eric Watkins is here.
If you're gonna read my sign, read the whole sign. The whole sign.
The question is, how many ice cream flavors are in plastic helmets in this episode? That is the question. And hopping in at last minute to help us out is, as we had somebody scheduled and they had some issues. Everything is good with them. They just weren't able to make it to the recording. David Dufenberg is here once again because
I was just shopping
misses
online.
a show.
You probably saved me money making me do this, so
you're welcome. You are welcome. Again, this episode is all about ice cream and all of the different flavors, so it gets really interesting because all the different brands have their own mixtures of stuff. So there's going to be some interesting decisions to be made, that is for sure. But real quick, we'll go over the rules because Haylee hasn't been here in a good minute or two. Each of these contestants are going to give me 3 possible ice cream flavors that might be on the 24-item bracket. We'll figure out the order of that they go in here shortly, but they get points based on the seeding of said bracket. So if it's the 14 seed, you get 14 points. However, if it's the 22 seed, which is the one seed that nobody can ever pick, not only do you get the 22 points, but you get 3 bonus points as well. But if it's not on the bracket, you get absolutely nothing.
And you can help me convince Jollibee to sell that flavor of ice cream.
Anything for Jollibee, apparently. Before the show, each contestant gave me their final 4 and their champion. If their final 4 makes it to the final 4, they get 2 bonus points. And if their champion goes all the way, they get 5 bonus points as well. Any questions? Hearing none.
None for me.
Let's go ahead and spin this thing.
Well, it's not me. I know that much. Uh-oh.
Ooh, Eric.
Okay. All right.
Eric, it's the first one.
Minor shift in my strategy.
David, I believe
dropping the deuce.
You are set to be the second one.
Doof.
Here's all your winners.
Dropping a deuce. The NAL championship is over, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, look at those last 2. Still looking for our first female winner, Haylee.
Oh. Am I the only female that's been on the show?
I think you have.
Okay.
and you're 0 for 2. You finished second twice. We do have our Mount Rushmore. Eric can actually tie Sean and Robert with the win. He's looking for his 5th victory. And then I had to quickly throw this back together because I wasn't expecting David to be on this episode, but he is still here trying to climb the mountain to take over his spot. Our point leaders throughout the first 22 episodes. David is in 5th. He's been getting closer and closer to Harry, who's at 299. Sean is now down in 3rd at 367. Hagen is 372. And Eric Watkins, who's been on, this is episode 16 now for Eric.
What am I?
Has a commanding lead at 431. Haylee, you are in 8th place with 61 points.
So ways from the top.
A little bit.
So correct me if I'm wrong. My average is like solidly in the almost 30. So we're
almost. Eric, you are averaging 28.73 points, which is 12th best out of the 15 people we've had on the show.
Now, see, with something like that, though, if you're at a tournament or you're having a good cricket season, scoring 430 runs and averaging 28, that's a good year.
That is, sure, that could be a good year. Eric, you have the first pick.
Oh, I'm going to go a little bit higher on my big board, but I think it's because this is going to be a nice high seed and worthy of some big points. Rocky Road.
Rocky Road. David, you have the second pick.
So, since I didn't ask much on this one, are we even doing like Ben and Jerry's flavors too, or just ice cream flavors in general?
Mostly just ice cream flavors. Like there's some Ben and Jerry stuff on here, but usually we're not going by their name.
Okay.
Usually a lot of those flavors are based on a different kind of thing.
Like fish food.
Yeah.
No crazy Ben and Jerry flavors made the list.
Besides, if you were doing Ben and Jerry flavors, if Half Baked wasn't the champion, then I'm making a flight to Idaho.
What did you say, dude?
Neapolitan. But I agree, Half Baked would definitely win that episode.
All right, Haley, you got 2 picks.
I'm just going to go with classic vanilla.
That could be 1 or 24.
That's very true. What else you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, chocolate.
Not going out on a limb at all is Haley. All right, David.
Let's make Haley happy and go with maple walnut.
That's a good one.
I nearly had maple on my big board. This close.
All right, Eric, you got it back to back.
Pistachio.
Okay.
And somewhere that's also kind of middle of the pack, and I'm probably going to regret not going deeper if some of these are taken, but I feel like this is going to be a solid choice. Coffee ice cream.
Coffee. Okay. Back to David.
Let's just do Moose Tracks.
And Haley.
Cookies and cream. It's a mixture of both chocolate and vanilla.
And delicious.
Almost fit.
And delicious.
There we go. Made it fit. All right, there are your 9 picks. Let's get right into it. Get right into it with your 16 seed. That is butterscotch.
Damn it!
And your 17 seed is caramel.
Caramel.
2 very similar flavors, butterscotch and caramel.
Granted, I'm going to be nice. It's one of the first matchup. I'm going to be nice.
One of. It's the first matchup.
I just said it's only the first matchup. I'm going to be nice.
Also, just a shout out. I always say this all the time. These are not my rankings. I put them together to have some fun here and there, but these are not my favorite flavors, 1 through 24.
No, but both of those were right near the top of my big board.
All right. What moves on? Caramel, butterscotch, caramel. Haley, why'd you go butterscotch?
Who doesn't love a Werther's original?
Butterscotch
is like the best flavor. I'd take butterscotch over caramel. That's just me because I like scotch and soda. Like all
Scotch tape.
I'm all for Werther's original, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to having those kind of treats with ice cream, I prefer the subtleness of unsalted. You heard me correctly, people. Unsalted caramel. I am all team sweet and savory, but get that salted shit out of my face.
I like salted.
All right. Well, Eric was all mad at me for this first matchup. Curious if he's going to be mad at me for this matchup. Because your 9 seed, it's all pistachio ice cream.
Okay.
For Eric. And it goes up against coffee ice cream.
How does that work?
I'm sorry, what now? Just
the old 33-point bracket.
What the
kaboom?
Words. Okay.
It's a roller coaster of an episode for Eric. Show me which one moves on. Eric, why'd you go coffee?
Because I'm sorry, I've never been a fan of pistachio. I know other people are. I completely respect it, but it's just not my thing. Not my type of green ice cream. Besides, as a long-standing coffee man and coffee drinker, coffee, ice cream, a little subtleness, it just works. It works for me.
Any reasons for pistachio?
It's delicious. And
it's pistachios.
Yeah. And the pistachio muffins even at Winco.
That's
so
not
good.
An ice cream. Don't worry about
One
it.
of Randy and my first fights was, well, I wouldn't call it a fight. It was more of just an argument of Randy thinking that pistachio should be pronounced pistachio.
That's
and
correct.
I said, that's not right. It's pistachio.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Is pistachio.
Well, no argument on how to say our number 1 seed other than congratulations, Haylee, for your point for vanilla. Vanilla or caramel? Which one moves on? Show me a winner. I was wondering, we hadn't got any movie quotes from the, like, in the 80s. I always had to try to remember these movie quotes that dude kept bringing in, but he gets a good one in there. And vanilla. No surprise.
How else do you make a root beer float? I mean,
sure.
It's a staple.
It's fair.
See, now I have another idea, and I don't want any more ideas. My brain is full.
No more ideas for Eric as we go to your 8 seed. How about butter pecan or pistachio? Which one moves on?
You know,
the 2 flavors that nobody can say the same.
I mean, when it comes to butter pecan, on my big board, but I thought would have been a smoky for that infamous 22 seed.
Again, this was another one of those episodes where I basically just took a bunch of lists and kind of tabulated here and there.
I think I was writing too many 80s movies quotes on that one to have to get up or anything.
Oh, see, now she's the one with the prop. She had to get the prop.
It's butter pecan.
All right. Anybody agreeing, disagreeing?
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Stosh. You said stosh.
I know. It's
like posh, but it's with P in it. Now let's figure out our first final 4 ice cream flavor. The classic vanilla or butter pecan. Maybe your first tough choice. Maybe not.
No.
No.
Very easy.
All right. Let's start with Eric. Let's go to Haylee. Yeah.
Oh.
Break the time.
Doof. Come on.
Not.
Yes. Thank you.
What?
The doof comes through.
I did that in the perfect order.
I hate pecans with all my heart.
Why?
They're disgusting. It's a texture thing. Like with a lot of nuts, it's either like I could do peanuts, pistachio, and like walnuts can't do it. Almonds can't do it. Cashews can't do it.
Peanuts and cashews are my two nuts that are like the best. Everything else,
I like all of them. Macadamia nuts, those are good.
And a cookie.
Don't have it up, but just know that Eric is dominating right now.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's a repeat of last week. Doof is like my lucky charm all of a sudden.
Well, let's see how this first matchup of Quadrant 2 goes. As your 12 seed is good old chocolate chip. And your 21 seed is Moose Tracks. Points for Doof. 21 whole points. Not 22, though. But he was close. Moose Tracks or chocolate chip?
Now, this is regular chocolate chip ice cream, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had chocolate chip ice cream.
You're the old soul. I thought you'd have that along with your malt.
No, I just have the malt.
At the soda fountain.
The chocolate chip is going to create havoc later in the bracket, but we'll get to it.
More Ovaltine, please.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. One of my math professors always included that as a solution to a problem, no matter what the class.
You guys, Hagen is not here. We can't talk about old people stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Who moves on? Straight up Moose Tracks. Not much of a surprise, even though I was surprised it barely showed up on a lot of the lists that I saw. I obviously had to put it in there because I like it, but
Moose Tracks was another one that was on my big board.
I wasn't sure if it was like a geological thing or geography thing.
Yeah. Geographic?
There you go. That's the word. Geographical
a rock thing.
Like I wasn't sure if it was like only a Northwest thing or if it was in Florida,
Like bite size.
That's where I thought about this matchup as well. Because I know I love one of these flavors a lot, but I barely saw it on any of these lists. So that is why it ended up being so low. But first, your 13 seed is old peanut butter ice cream.
Ooh, one of the Smokies on my big board.
And your 20 seed, and one of my all-time favorites, good old Huckleberry ice cream.
So that's straight up peanut butter?
Straight up peanut butter.
Okay.
But yeah, Huckleberry and Moose Tracks are both just ones that I rarely saw on list. Huckleberry, I think I saw on one list.
I had Huckleberry cheesecake ice cream when I was on our vacation.
You had what?
Huckleberry cheesecake from an ice cream shop.
Interesting combination. Which one moves on? Peanut butter, Huckleberry. Yes. I like that Eric from Florida is also into the Northwest stuff. Huckleberry down there in Florida, it's good.
I have a wide variety in my palate, so a lot of the different types of berry ice creams I'm always willing to try at least once. And peanut butter ice cream by itself, the peanut butter flavor doesn't jive well. But
yeah, that's
you Northwesterners, you do ice cream right. I hand it to you.
Also, Tillamook from the Northwest. Love that brand.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to your 5th seed. So, what did we just say? Moose Tracks was able to eliminate chocolate chip, but is it able to eliminate mint chocolate chip?
I see where you were going with the potential matchup there.
I would pick Moose Tracks over it as well, but I just couldn't get those two to match up any other way, so it worked out either way. Show me a winner. Ooh, mint takes it all the way. What is it? Just the minty flavor that really wins it? Does the chocolate chips do anything for you? Is it just mint?
The mint takes it over.
It's mint.
No, for me, the chocolate chips actually add just enough It was a childhood staple among my ice cream flavors.
It's fair. Absolutely fair. So here we're going to have slight controversy that I'll let you three decide. Because this one flavor got in and another variation did not, and it's up to you whether we just combine them or not. But it was not something I had thought of until other guesses had come in. And then I was like, I wonder how we go play this. But your 4 seed
cookie dough
is chocolate chip cookie dough. The question is, do you combine all cookie dough together? Or is it strictly chocolate chip cookie dough? And if somebody picked cookie dough in their final 4 and not chocolate chip cookie dough, do I not award them points?
I think cookie dough altogether.
My thing is this. Typically, while chocolate chip cookie dough is usually seen the most often, very few variations of cookie dough exist aside from it independently. So I am willing to go ahead and lump in all the cookie doughs together and give proper credit.
That's fair. Haylee, do you agree or disagree?
I think that we should loop them all together.
Perfect. So cookie dough all together. There's just something I thought about because chocolate chip is all over in different variations of stuff. So I was curious if we wanted to go that route. I like your guys' thinking. Very well done. Huckleberry or cookie dough? That is what we're at.
I think cookie dough ice cream just totally discredits the theory you have to cook your cookie dough.
Especially now that they have more snackable, edible cookie dough. So it's like, oh, well, the raw eggs. And I'm like, well, they factor that out of it. So more, please.
All right. Which one moves on? Ooh, cookie dough all the way. Anybody have a tough choice there? Did anybody have a tough choice on that one, or is it just an easy one? Easy good?
Save the last chunk of cookie dough, and if you accidentally eat it, you get all sad inside.
I like to save all of the chunks of cookie dough.
Yeah.
Eat them all at once.
Well, so far, not a lot of upsets in this second round. Mint chocolate chip or cookie dough? Who joins vanilla in the final 4? Are we going to just continue to have the top seeds moving in? That's the question. Let's start this time with Doof. Let's try Eric. Okay. It's up to Haylee. I am 2 for 2. Cookie dough moves on to the final 4. So far, the top seed in each quadrant has moved on. Congratulations to them, I guess. I know those flavors are waiting with bated breath. But there you go. There's your points. Halfway through, Eric with the lead, but Doof with Moose Tracks really cutting into it. And Haylee with her risky pick of vanilla is on the board.
Yes.
As we move on to the third quadrant.
I hope she gets 6 points with 1, 2, and 3. That'd be fun.
That would be a first.
Thank you.
That's just something to celebrate right there.
Let's move on to your 15 seed and Cherry.
Cherry Garcia or just Cherry?
Sure.
Sure.
It was just Cherry on these lists, so I just went Cherry. Or your 18 seed. I like this picture. Birthday cake flavor. I looked up birthday cake ice cream PNG, and that's what it gave me. So I ran with it. Birthday cake or cherry? Who moves on?
One of these two was on my big board.
But you didn't pick it.
I didn't have time to start a board.
That's true. Everybody have an answer? Review. Ooh, couple birthday cakes. Haylee, why'd you go with cherry?
Because birthday cake is like the most sad flavor of ice cream.
Oh,
All of the birthdays, whenever they have the tub of the birthday cake flavored ice cream, it's always just melted. And anytime I've associated my experience with the birthday cake ice cream, it's just always it melts so quickly and it's a mushy mess.
So you go ahead and mix it up in a blender, make a little bit of a treat out of it, almost like a ice cream, like a milkshake or something like that.
With the cake, and you have chunky, really cold cake.
We record an episode of Bad Brackets, and we get a therapy session with Haylee and bad birthday experiences.
Don't like birthday cake ice cream.
That's fair. All right, let's give out some points, shall we? As your 10th seed is Neapolitan.
Booyah.
A mixture of a bunch of flavors, but showed up on all the lists, so I counted it. And your 23 seed. How about cake batter? Birthday cake's not your jam. What about cake batter?
Both of these on my board.
10. Doof is within 2 points. But the bigger question, which moves on to the second round?
I chose Nelly for mine on this one.
Eric.
Why? I get
that was a tough one, actually.
Okay. I get the cake batter. I love the cake batter. And no, unlike someone, I don't have any negative experiences with any sort of cake batter or cake-related ice cream. But with Neapolitan, you get the hat trick. You get the vanilla. You get the chocolate. You get the strawberry. All nice. And if you want a little bit of all three, you go ahead and get a big enough scoop. If you want some of only a couple of flavors, you scoop accordingly. How can you lose?
I think that Neapolitan is like it's never a good quality of ice cream.
That was just in my head too. Like you never see like a Ben and Jerry's Neapolitan. It's always like
you never
great value essence of flavor.
Which isn't terrible. It's never like the smooth, creamy, great ice cream. It's just always
how dare y'all besmirk the good name of Breyer's ice cream? Come on now. For shame on me.
Eric's over here trying to get us sponsored by Breyer's and Jolly Bees and
look, I'm sorry. I see the goodness of a lot of this stuff, and it would help bring in money in various things. So again, if you want to reach out for a sponsorship deal, reach out to the show or tweet me directly at Squid Sportshead. Because as we say here, as we have said on the Not a Network, we can't be bought, but we can damn sure be rented.
That is true. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, and do all the other YouTube-y stuff. We'd appreciate that.
Smash the subscribe button.
Will we get birthday cake versus cake batter in the finals of this quadrant? We'll find out as our first matchup is birthday cake versus your 2 seed. And more points for Haylee as she does have the top 2 seeds. And she went chocolate. Chocolate or birthday cake. Haylee, this is not how you win an episode, by the way. Just saying. Hey, I know it's been a while since you've been on one. Not how you win one.
See? At the very least, she can blame you. Unlike when I was handicapped and I couldn't yell at Addie because that wouldn't have been right.
I yell at kids. I don't care.
At least I'm getting points. I think in my last episodes, I didn't get many points.
Yelling at kids
don't have many points right now either.
But have you heard me yell? Period. I don't want to traumatize kids, at least not that early, and not my own family members.
All right. Traumatizing over with. Let's traumatize Haylee with more birthday cake ice cream.
Chocolate.
No. Chocolate. chocolate moves on. No shocker there. No shocker. As the 2 seed moves on, let me get that moved over.
Excuse me.
And we will just move right along to your 7 seed. How about some good old Rocky Road?
Interesting.
7 points for Eric.
Interesting. I did not expect that to be as high of a seed.
Yeah, showed up on a lot of the lists. Again, this was a very list-based episode.
Versus cake batter.
Yeah, not as many fun themed matchups this week. Just straight up looked at a bunch of lists and rolled with it. Rocky Road, cake batter. Who goes on? Oh, cake batter over Rocky Road. Haley, why'd you go Rocky Road?
Because it's got everything. It's got marshmallows. It's got Doof's least favorite nuts.
These nuts.
Got him!
Doof, do you not like Rocky Road?
It was always just meh to me.
Yeah.
Like, and I probably like spilled it on my shirt and cried when I was 4, so that's my traumatic moment.
Man, this is a deeper episode than I ever thought would ever happen on this show.
And how does this make you feel?
All right. So, the best seed in this bracket, or the worst seed in this bracket, if you will, chocolate or cake batter. Who joins vanilla and chocolate chip cookie dough, or just cookie dough, I guess, in the final 4? Let's start with Haley. Yep. Let's go to Doof. 3 for 3. Eric, you get to break the tie.
Squadoosh!
Chocolate moves on. I love that I've went in a different order each time. Each of you have broken a tie so far.
And no, I didn't make the Coming to America joke that I realized I probably should have made at that point.
I'm so glad Doof was able to get the script just before he was able to get on.
I love
All
cake
I know.
batter. That is so good.
So far,
It's
the
really
1,
good.
the 2, and the 4 seeds have all made it to the final 4. Will the 3 seed get in? And did Haley get all 3 of the top 3 seeds? We will find out. But first, your 14 seed is Peach.
Peach?
Try that again. Hold on. Your 14 seed, now that it's on the screen, is Peach. Shocker.
Peach ice cream?
I know it's always on the list. I told you these
You
are my
have-
favorite lists.
You have
You can
24?
blame us in Florida and primarily Georgia for that
See,
one.
there you go.
There are 24 ice creams to choose from, and Peach made your list.
Not my list, their list. It goes up against raspberry. Raspberry or peach.
See,
Peach showed
Haley,
up a lot.
this is my 16th show. These emotions and things that you're feeling and these questions, I have been through this many times with this man.
And the answer is always the same. What is this show called?
It's very good.
bad brackets.
Yeah. You knew what you signed up for.
Well, of course I knew what I signed up for. I'm just glad that I haven't thrown things or drunk yet.
Keep trying to
Emphasis
win
on yet.
your 5th episode. We'll see how it goes. Which goes on? I know what Haley's voting for.
Piotch.
Oh, I thought Peach was going to move on and make her even more mad.
No. Only Doof.
Look,
We
I
are very
am not.
opposite people.
I am not in the band, the President of the United States of America. Millions of peaches, but not for me.
Yeah,
That was
I
more of
like
a spite
peach
vote too,
cobbler.
because Billy hates peaches as well. So
Oh, there you go. All right. We're getting close to those bonus points. Though Eric cannot win it. What do we got? Haley has cookies and cream, and David has maple walnut. Were either of those the 22 seed? We'll find out First, your 11 seed is good old chocolate peanut butter. You guys said that peanut butter was missing something. Well, there we put it together. And your 22 seed, strawberry cheesecake.
Oh, and that was on my big board too. You rancid son of a bitch.
It's not my fault you chose wrong on your big board.
Why'd you put these two next to each other?
I told you there were no themes. It was literally as I saw them on different lists, I ranked and moved and
could put like peach and chocolate peanut butter and then raspberry and strawberry cheesecake.
Are you just upset because you can't choose between these two?
But see, he wouldn't be able to do that nicely because he's evil. Yeah. And he helped fulfill my prophecy because I said at the beginning of the show, it would probably bite me in my ass if I didn't go deeper on my big board. And there it was. I knew it was a false dawn. I knew
Eric,
he gave me hope.
Eric gets the 24 seed and still gets Becker. I don't know how to please that man. Which one moves on though? Chocolate peanut butter or strawberry cheesecake? Ooh, it's up to Haylee. She goes with the cheesecake.
It's a really tough decision.
Because it's the best ice cream ever created. Because that chocolate flavor, like if they had a jar of the fake ass peanut butter that's in that, it'd probably be disgusting because it needs the chocolate. But it is.
It's Peter Pan.
It's just my absolute favorite. So spoiler alert, you probably know what I picked to win.
Are you a mythical beast, Doof?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you watched their episode of their ranking of all the ice cream?
No.
You should.
I think Doof just thought you were asking him if he was a cool mythical beast. I don't think he understood what that meant.
Yeah.
Oh. It's the people who watch Good Mythical Morning.
Oh, nope.
Rhett and Link. No, you should watch them.
You should.
They're pretty great.
Yeah, if you're watching us and you never heard of Rhett and Link, what are you doing? They're slightly more popular than us by just a few 100 million viewers. All right, let's see where we're at here. We only have 2 left to expose. Haylee, do you go the 1, 2, 3? Cookies and cream?
And I would like the 6.
Did not, because it is strawberry.
Versus
that
raspberry.
Was the 3 seed. Strawberry versus raspberry. All right. Does the 3 seed advance? Or do we get an upset? Let's show.
Got to fill in the blank for mine.
Daryl Strawberry. I knew that one. Oh, raspberry gone. Sorry, Haylee. Your thoughts?
I like raspberries more than I like strawberries.
I like peanut butter chocolate more than I like strawberry.
And your final one that made the bracket. Haylee did have all 3 in there, but it wasn't 1, 2, 3. Cookies and cream. Going up against strawberry cheesecake. Who goes up against strawberry? Let's see. Cookies and cream, cookies and cream. Oh. Eric
I couldn't give cookies and cream a clean sweep as much as I enjoy it.
What do you have against cookies and cream?
I don't have anything against cookies and cream, but a clean sweep versus strawberry cheesecake, I can't sleep at night if I allow that in my mind.
All right, now the big question, cookies and cream or strawberry? Do the top 4 seeds all make it to the final 4? Or does cookies and cream get in? The problem is I've now used every combination and figure I nailed it each time. Question remains. Haylee, do you have yours wrote?
Yeah.
Okay. Start with Eric. Go to Haylee. 4 for 4. David, break the time. Ooh, cookies and cream moves
Well,
on.
that's
It is
not good
not
enough
the
for
top
me.
4
Now,
seed.
is it?
Well played. Well played. Can't do anything else other than
Look,
that.
Doof knows. He sets me up. I'm liable to just hit it out of the park. That's how I operate.
There you go. Your first matchup here in the final 4 is your 1 seed vanilla and your 4 seed chocolate chip cookie dough, or just cookie dough. Cookie dough. Straight cookie dough is where we ended up. Everybody have their answers? Let's start with Doof.
Cookie dough.
Erik? No, it's clean sweep. Yeah.
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough moves on. I knew where Haylee was going. That's all I knew. So it was just dependent on if one of you guys went vanilla. That leaves our other matchup, the 2 seed chocolate and your 6 seed cookies and cream, which joins cookie dough in the championship. Let's start with Haylee. Let's go to Doof. Oh, clean sweep?
Oh.
Or did I finally mess up? Clean sweep. Back-to-back clean sweeps. We had some really good battles, and then we get here to the end, and poof. Battles be
I
gone.
thought about it. I considered it, but I'm like, nah, cookies and cream is better.
So there you go. Cookie dough, cookies and cream. Which cookie ice cream is better? And our champion on this week's episode. Erik is ready, so we'll start with him.
To set the board.
Haylee is muted, so we'll go to Doof.
Can't bring home bread without any cookie dough.
Haylee, is it a clean sweep? Yeah, it's a clean sweep. Cookie dough all the way through.
That was my second next winner, but I went with my heart. Chocolate peanut butter.
Chocolate peanut butter. Oh,
Guys,
goodness.
overall thoughts while I tabulate the points?
The winner was correct.
It was
Overall,
correct.
yeah. If you're not going with any of the classic OG flavors, cookie dough is right up there. A very deserved winner.
And we could be all technical and be like, you can't have cookie dough without vanilla ice cream, but just made it better.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
So there are what you guys picked in your final 4s and your champion. Haylee got the champion right. She had cookie dough in there. Doof also had cookies and cream and cookie dough in his final 4 to give him 4 points. Erik had chocolate and vanilla, and neither of them were able to get their champion very far. They both got bounced in the first round.
You guys both had mint chocolate chip
Yeah.
in your final 4.
Mm-hmm.
And did not advance it. That's
Hey, not for lack of trying
how
on my
this
part.
Sometimes
it's a tough competitor.
Sometimes they just go a little off of their own deal. But there are your points. And a back-to-back win for Mr. Erik Watkins. That means we now have a 3-way tie at the top of the mountain. It's Robert Hagan, Sean Garmer, and Erik Watkins are all 5-time winners on this show. Nobody else has more than 2. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. Sean Garmer does have a chance to be the first 6-time winner next week, as we will have 3 completely different people here on the show when we get back to the nerdy side of things. And in honor of the new Elden Ring DLC
Over the
that
cliff.
is about to come out. But with the new Elden Ring DLC that's about to drop, we are going to look at the 24 best video game DLCs of all time. So we get the trio back that did the best Final Fantasies in Andrew, Scott, and Sean. And those three will nerd out with myself a week from today. But I want to thank Haylee and Eric, and especially Doof for hopping on at last minute to come in and cover for Sean, who was having some car issues. I got a message throughout that he was able to get home. His car's running now. Just was unable to make it to the recording, but glad that everything worked out. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know where we went wrong, where the bracket was wrong, where they were wrong on their picks, and any ideas that you guys have for other episodes of Bad Brackets. But don't forget that good brackets don't last forever, but bad brackets do.